Hi pet lovers, hi dog lovers. Thanks again for joining Gina's Grooming channel and coming to visit us at ginasgrooming.com. Today we're going to be talking about kind of a scary and funny subject, I suppose, to some people, which is anal glands. So we have had a lot of questions over the years with clients about what are anal glands and how people should take care of them for their pets at home. So want to basically start with the basic question of what they are from a grooming perspective, so you kind of really understand what we're talking about and what's the best way to handle this for your pets. So the first question is, obviously, what are anal glands? Okay, anal glands are scent sacs that are located on the lower hemisphere of a dog's anus. And when I say scent sacs, these guys are really foul smelling. So they emit a foul smelling liquid, smells a little like fecal matter, a little like fish, sometimes a little metallic, so really, really foul smelling. What it serves to do is kind of like an automatic signature on your email. It basically marks a dog's territory and also sends some information about that dog. So when they have a bowel movement, these sacs go ahead and express naturally on their bowel movement to give and transfer this piece of information to other dogs that might be smelling their bowel movement. The second thing I want to talk about is, do all dogs need to have their anal glands expressed? The answer is an absolute no. Most dogs are able to do this naturally with no problem. You'll see some of the dogs that do have a little bit of problems start getting impacted. Usually tend to be smaller dogs, but that's not a guarantee. Some larger dogs also need a little help expressing their anal glands. So one of the things I want to talk about that there are signs that your dog may need their anal glands expressed by a groomer or a veterinarian. So what are the signs that your dog may need anal gland expression? Some of the common ones are scooting, biting at the area, so they'll go ahead and bite their butt, they'll chew on it. Also, you may smell an odor in that area, and I tell you right now, that odor is unmistakable. So if you smell a foul-smelling odor from their rear, go ahead, you can go ahead and talk to your groomer first. A groomer is going to go ahead and at least be able to assess if it's a bigger problem and needs to be referred to a veterinarian. Which brings me to another point, which is anal gland expression by a groomer or anal gland expression at your veterinarian done by either the vet tech, an RVT, or actually the veterinarian. So this is a very important thing I want to talk about, is that groomers are trained to gently go ahead and squeeze the anus externally. So we squeeze by the gland externally. It's kind of by their anus. It's at the 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock point. And very gently, we help the anal gland fluid come out. Now, the difference when you take your dog to a veterinarian to have this done is they go ahead typically and do the anal gland expression internally. So they go ahead, insert a digit, and they also are able to see if there's any problems with the anal gland, feel around, check it, and really express it completely. Because groomers, because we only do a soft squeeze, we might not get everything out. It's just really good for maintenance for dogs that need their anal glands done on a regular basis. Which brings me to my last point of a question that a lot of clients ask is, so my dog does need to get their anal glands expressed by a groomer or a veterinarian. How often is this done? Now that depends on your dog and also your veterinarian. If your veterinarian says, you know what, I think it's okay if your dog sees a groomer once a week to get their anal glands expressed externally, go ahead, see your groomer, set up appointments for them to do that. But again, there are cases, especially for ruptured or inflamed or infected anal glands, you absolutely have to go see your veterinarian. And if you really need a very thorough job, you certainly want to go see your veterinarian as often as the veterinarian recommends. So let's go ahead and actually show you a demonstration of how groomers do this gently and safely. Now, you can absolutely try to do this at home. Just make sure that your pressure is gentle, as I'm going to show you in our demonstration. If you have any questions to this, obviously put it down in the comments below, but I'll see you when we come back. Okay, so for the demonstration part, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at how this is done gently. Now, I like to go ahead and do anal glands while the dog is in the bath. There's two main reasons for it. First of all, this fluid is very stinky, so it's really nice to be able to wash it off with soap and water as much as you need to make sure that it doesn't stay on the coat after being expressed. The other reason is, while I'm soaping up the dog, I get them relaxed. So I touch their back end, I touch all over their body while I'm soaping them up, so that I'm not going directly for their rear end without a little bit of notice. I don't want to shock them, so I want to make sure that they're comfortable with the process. So let's go ahead. He is soaped up, he's been getting a little massage, and let's take a look at how it's done. Remember, groomers do this externally, gently and safely, a nice safe squeeze. So I'm going to go ahead, lift up the tail, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice squeeze. Okay, looks great. And immediately I go ahead and rinse that off so that way we clean it off. And wow, it really stunk up the tub. Get ready for that if you're trying this at home. Okay, well that was our demonstration. Just know when you are doing anal glands, some of them come out squirting out like a fountain, some just kind of ooze out. One thing that they all share in common is that they are incredibly foul smelling. So make sure that if you are doing this, that you protect your face. Don't do your anal glands with an open mouth. I have stories for you that I can't share right now, but definitely keep your mouth closed. Use eye protection if need be, and make sure that any clothes that you're wearing is something that you can go ahead and launder, because if you get anal glands on you, it's on you for the rest of the day until you get laundered. So be aware of that. Guys, thanks again for joining. If this is content that you like, remember to click that thumbs up. Remember to subscribe for more like it, and we'll see you next time.